And welcome everybody. This is April 2022, our global lounge called JV Invitation Day, which is our opportunity for you as our JVology members to make your JV invitations and really start making some forming relationships, connections with our members, finding who makes a good partner for you, and of course, sharing all that you're up to. So I'll let Victoria keep an eye on that internal chat that just came through. Let's kick things off. Now, this is something that we usually save for our coaching calls. It's called the 2-word check-in, but I thought since we're a smaller group, it might be a fun way to kind of get the ball rolling and share how we're feeling. So a 2-word check-in is when you share 2 distinct feelings or right now emotions. It can be a compound word like hyped up, that's one. And then you'd create a second emotion. So it's just a way for both you to get present with where you are, how you're feeling, and it also lets the rest of the room know what's going on. So we do it real quick and just unmute as you go. I'll give you a heads up of who's up next. And let's see if we can just kind of bust some of these out for the next couple of minutes. We'll do Ann Hessian, Monica, Mel, and Gordon. Will kick us off. Go for it. 2-word check-in.
Ready and like expansive.
Good one. Monica.
Ready and happy.
Awesome. Mel.
Hopeful and healthy.
Lovely. And Gordon.
Scattered because I'm moving tomorrow and excited.
Great. Next round will be Kim, Susan, Tony, and then Ted. Go ahead, Kim.
I'm going to say overwhelmed and brand new.
Brand new. We love that. Susan.
Cheerful and energized.
Great. Tony.
Excited and optimistic.
All right. Ted.
Busy and feeling good.
Nice. We'll do Michael Hessian, Elizabeth, and Michelle.
Excited and motivated.
Nice. Not sure if Elizabeth or Michelle are around, but if you are, unmute.
I'm doing motivated and determined.
All right. I like that. Determined.
And I'll go with distracting and eavesdropping.
I like that. Glad that you're here, Michelle. Very great. And we've got Victoria and then Enrique. 2-word check-in.
Happy and curious.
All right. Sounds great. All right. So we're going to kick things right off with our JV invitation. A JV invitation should be 1 minute or less, clear and concise, what your offer is, how much it is, if there are dates that go along with that. And of course, who it's for, because that's what we're going to be listening for to see if there's a fit. If the audience that you are working with resonates with the audience that I'm working with, then I can lean in a little bit more and see if working with you as a JV partner would be a great fit. And that's what we're here to do. So I really encourage everyone here today to be listening specifically. This is not about just tuning out and doing other things while everybody else talks, just so you have your 1 minute to say your piece. It's all about tuning in and listening for who you can partner with, because we get to profit on both sides, whether we have someone partnering with us on our event to bring more people in, or what that looks like to partner for somebody else. So actually, let's kind of kick things off first, but I know Anne will get you are raring to go there. I would love for a couple of you to share what it means for you when you have partnered for somebody else's event, and then what the return was for you. So who would like to share? Ann Gordon, you're already right in the hot seat.
I have had huge opportunities arise when I promote somebody else and support somebody else. In terms of when I'm just sending emails out for somebody and doing well on leaderboards, being noticed by the other big players and then being invited to play with them. And for example, I was invited to speak on Michelle Chanel's launch live stream, but everybody else was much huger in terms of success, income, and reach.
Did she freeze or is it me?
It's her.
She froze.
Wake up, Anne. There you are. Okay, you're
You
back.
froze.
Froze, sorry.
She froze momentarily.
But anyway, it's amazing opportunities by doing the I'll go first.
Absolutely. And I love how you do that. And you're a brilliant and shining example of JVing for other people and then getting the attention of the bigger players for being there. Not only are you there consistently, but you're doing it right. You're bringing people in and you're essentially closing, you're getting people to buy into those programs and seeing all the different places that you've been able to show up and play and the leaderboards that you've been on over the last year and a half, especially, is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Follow Anne's lead. Great. Who else would like to share what it's meant for them when you are the one who is the JV partner for someone else who's launching or promoting?
Okay.
Thanks, Anne.
Something that just popped into my mind. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's also like getting a payment in the mail. That's always great too. Like, hey,
I want to miss
money
that
for you.
part.
Thanks
Like
for
the
sending me
financial
this.
reward is
It's
is
obvious,
part of
but
it.
it's also sweet, you know. But another one is it's actually helped me know my own group and my own tribe and audience better when I see what they respond to. So it's actually made me more effective and be able to know even what to offer them myself, because I see the people that I've promoted that they've responded to the most. So it gives you a lot of great information about your own people. And I think that's invaluable that you wouldn't get if you only ever were promoting them to if you were only ever promoting your own stuff, you literally will not learn these things about your own people.
Yeah, that's a really great insight. So yeah, thanks for bringing that to our attention. Michelle. So Michelle Nedlick is JVology's JV manager, amongst other very important roles. And so I'd love for you to share your insights, what you see, Michelle, because you're really on both sides. And what are some of the benefits of being a strong JV partner?
Oh, the learning curve, like is fantastic, because there's a huge difference between doing like an email swap with somebody that you know and promoting for the bigger launches that are going on, and all of the wheels that are turning with those guys and the plates that are spinning. It's a ton of fun, and you also get a lot of insight as to how you could do things that you never would have guessed before. Again, to their points, it's an education into itself. So it makes it's almost like people should pay to be part of some of those launches, because they learn so much and it's so valuable to their business. And the people that you meet and that you have fun with that you wouldn't have met otherwise, because there's somebody else on the other side of the planet that's going, hey, I just have a small list and can I do this stuff? But they end up being an awesome, relationship or friend or partner for you in business that you never would have suspected. And you can do like Anne did and Alina Vincent and go from a relatively small list feeling like you're this little guppy in the ocean, and all of a sudden the whales are like, hey, you rock, come on over here. And now like you guys are both, swimming with whales yourselves, because, you're rocking it. So yeah, there's a ton of benefits to it. And the money's nice too, I must say. Just having some extra money is awesome.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to give you to recap on 4 things. I want you to raise your hand if you're interested in any of these 4 by being an Epic JV partner. And Gordon started with getting noticed by people who are bigger than you. Who was interested in that? All right, good. And Hession said it is incredible market research. It is a way to really dive in and know more about your audience and your tribe that is valuable to the work that you do. So who is interested in that? All right. And then from Michelle's perspective, it's in a way, it's a reverse engineering and getting extreme training on what you want to be doing. If you are the one who's launching anything and you want to work with JV partners, the best thing you can do is be on the other side of that and seeing how the flow goes, seeing what especially if people are bigger, more experienced than you, what they're doing. So who wants the training aspect of really getting clear on how to do that craft well? Awesome. And then lastly, who wants big checks in the mail? Yes. All right. So with all of those things in mind, who's ready to listen to each other's JV offers and get really excited and clear about, all right, who in this room am I going to work with? Who's going to be the next person that I JV with and can really show up for? And luckily, Jay Vizette's in the house, because I know that we as a team have some cool things for you to JV with us as well. So we're going to kick off our JV invitations with Ann Gordon.
Hopefully my internet stays stable, and another great reason to be moving is this wonky internet. For coaches, healers, and transformational leaders, I am hosting my 3-day event, Dream Retreat Live, June 2nd and 4th. So love if you're an audience of people who would like to lead retreats or should be leading retreats, that is a very powerful event. And I'm also creating a retreat success symposium insert that's also a summit. And so I'm looking for speakers who can offer value to retreat leaders. So directly related. I just don't want the same speech you do every time. This is honed in on what you do, whether you're podcast, writing, authors, whatever, speaking, how retreat leaders can benefit from that, what you teach. So that's me.
I muted myself. Thank you, Anne. So remember, when we do these, you have the opportunity to share your links and information here in the chat, as well as in the Global Lounge Facebook group. Victoria is going to share with everybody the JV invitation post for this month. So that way it becomes an open resource. You can go back and see, oh, what are all the April JV invitations? Leave this in the comments. You can add to it anytime during the month. It doesn't have to just be today. So anytime you have a JV invitation, go add it to that post and then look and see what other people have. In addition to, you can share it just flat out as a post. Victoria and I will allow those. But I think it's good to do both, because that way everyone has one place to go and say, hey, what are the most current up-to-date JV offers that are happening here in our group? So that's what that post is. And thanks, Victoria. She just threw that link in there. So just click it. You can add to it later, but that way it's open for you. And again, for those of you who are new, like Kim's brand new. Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick pause and let Kim introduce yourself. And then I'll give you some newbie tips. Go ahead, Kim.
Hi, everyone. I am actually the Director of Operations for Wendy Weiss, and we actually just launched and rebranded last week. So we are now GoSalesology.com, and we basically work with sales managers, business owners, B2B on prospecting, building their pipeline and their funnel, that kind of. We offer on-demand programs, live coaching programs. They can be anywhere from like 3 months to 6 months long.
All right, awesome. And do you have any experience yet with doing joint ventures?
I do. I actually work with like 6 clients total. So I work with a lot of them. Several of my clients were part of JVMM. So it's a little different, I know, but so yeah, I do a lot of JV work for all of my partners.
Awesome. Well, we're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, so my kind of insider newbie tip is, as everyone's giving their JV invitation, be listening to, does the event itself sound interesting and pique any sort of curiosity for you? And is the type of person that they are working with, like, is their client, does it at all align with the client that you work with and serving them in a different way? So those are kind of the first 2 things to be perking up to, and then you'll know that you can follow up with anybody later to get more clarity.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Monica, you're up.
Yay, thank you. So I literally am the guppy in the ocean. Hi, everyone. I'm doing my first launch. It's coming up, promo is coming up 1st through 9th of May. It's the Inner Game of Money Sales Edition. If you have an amazing how-to system and then you have clients that are breaking your heart because they're getting in their own way, this program is all about identifying and eliminating all of those things that make ourselves get in our own way and stop ourselves from making money. So the money game, it is about everything else but money. So I'll put the one sheet in the chat and also a link if you want to talk to me for just have a chat for 10 minutes. Thank you.
Awesome. So did you say that the inner money game is about everything but the money?
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Sounds good. All right. And Heshen.
Hello, hey everybody. So I serve healers. Okay, healers are who I help, and I help them actually have a business, which most of them don't have. They're allergic to sales or allergic to business, but it doesn't have to be that way. So my main focus right now is I have a 3-day live event coming up May 23rd through 25th, live online event that is for healers only. Not all of my programs are healers only, but this is. So if you have healers on your list, this is for them. I convert very, very, very effectively for healers. I know what they want, I know what they need, and I know how to sell to them, and I help them create real success and make money. So then you can help them because they can afford your services. There are actually 4 different commissions, right? There's a 75% commission on the tickets, a $500 commission on the offer at the event, and 100% commission on the a la carte offer, little offers at the event, and a 40% commission on the downsell. So all kinds of commissions that can be earned. I love if you, I'm doing a lot of speaking engagements. So if you know anyone to connect me with, or you have healers on your list to do speaking engagements, that would be fabulous. And I have a 5-day challenge coming up in a couple of weeks. That's a super, super easy thing to promote to that. And I'll put all my contact information, reach out to me. Last quick little thing, I might go a little over, but I'm also, last time at my event, we had actually a bunch of people from JVology who jumped in and like volunteered to help at the event, which was amazing. And they got huge value in being sort of trained on how to make, you know, a high ticket offer and how what goes into an event. And was there as my mermaid of ceremonies, and she will be again. So if you're new, you know, and you kind of like want to learn more about how to do this kind of stuff, and you'd be interested in volunteering to be at the event, I promise I'll make it very, very worth your while with great training. And so reach out and let me know if that's something that you're like, I might want to do that. I'd love to talk with you.
Oh, that's great. That's what I really love about our JVology community is how we're connecting with each other and supporting each other in events. And that, like you're saying, Anne, there's so much to be learned and gained from being both supporting you, and it puts them in a position of really learning a lot, both about what you're teaching.
It's a great way to go first when you're new, right? And you don't have a big list. It's an online event. So sorry, I just saw that. I think it's an online event, so you can help from anywhere. And one of the things for anyone who's interested, as a little bribe, I'm going to make my signature like Soulful Sales Code program available to you. So if you want to learn heartfelt sales that feel good and don't feel yucky, that would be something that anybody who wants to help with the event will get.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. And we'll move on to Catherine.
Hi, everyone. It's been a little while, but I am Catherine O'Leary, and otherwise known as the Quiz Queen. So some of you have heard me before talking about quizzes and how quizzes can build your email list cost effectively and quite quickly. And I am relaunching my profitable quiz formula course again in May. And I'm looking for JV partners. It's a $997 course with a 40% affiliate fee. I'll put my information in the chat there, but I am looking for partners for that course. And also, if anyone is looking actually to create a quiz outside of the course, I also have done with you and done for you services that have referral fees. So if you know of anyone that needs a quiz or should have a quiz, let me know. And we can chat and just email me. So I look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right, great. Catherine, the Quiz Queen. That's a great little name there. I love it. All right, Tony, what's new with you?
Oh gosh, a lot. So we're launching our premium version of Podcast One Sheet, and it's for individuals, so coaches, healers, experts that want to get booked on podcasts. And so the premium version automates that. It automates find the podcast. There's a tool that will find all the podcasts that will interview you, helps automate the pitching. So it's a really cool product. With that, we have a challenge coming out. I also have a book launch, and there's also a training. So there's like lots of ways to promote it. So if you're remotely interested whatsoever, I'll give you the link. You can sign up. It's got all the swipe copy and links, everything about the product itself. And also you get access to the free version of it. So I'll add my links here. And if you want to support it, I'd be really excited about that. It's going to be May 16th is when I'm going to start kind of really pushing it.
All right, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, how's everybody in the house doing? Are we starting to get excited about some things, about listening and or following up with people? All right, sounds good. Susan, you're up.
Hello, I'm always so impressed with the variety of things that people do here. So very glad to be here. So I help mission-based and spiritually oriented coaches, healers, and innovators to write powerful books. And I'm looking for affiliate support for our free webinar, May 24th, Refine Your Idea and Start Writing Your Book in 6 weeks or less. Or I'd also be happy to run a dedicated webinar for anybody who has a specific group of people where that might be a really great approach. The webinar is for partners who support transformational entrepreneurs who are really yearning to write a high quality book to support their mission, their message, and their business. And that leads to our 6-week program, the Kickstart Book Writing Formula, and that sells at the webinar for $597. We give our affiliates 50% of any ticket sales or any program sales that come for that. And I'm happy to chat about any possibilities. You can contact me or my assistant, Tanya Brown, to chat about that. So.
All right, fantastic. Be sure to leave those details here in the chat and also on our Facebook group. All right, awesome. We'll pause for a minute. Hey, Jay, how's it going?
It is going very well. How about you?
Doing great, doing great.
Always great to drop in and connect and see what is going on in the Global Lounge.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll be sharing with everybody the opportunity to join our 5 JV Partners and 5-day challenge, which we've got. It's starting up now. Now's the time to sign up, and it runs all next week. It's our big Facebook challenge that we've been doing. Gosh, how many years now?
Well, I think it's only 2 or 3, but honest God, I live in a time warp. But one of the things that I wanted to just say about that is that lots of you here have gone through it once, twice, 3 times. But it is also a great, which doesn't mean you have to do every bit of content. You could probably zip through it, instead of it being 15 minutes a day, you could probably zip through in 5 minutes a day. But it is a marvelous way to invite your tribe and other people who you might want to target and build relationships with for joint ventures. And it's also a great way to demonstrate leadership in the community in terms of being one of the, let's call it, we were talking about big fish earlier, one of those leaders in the community. So even if you think you've been there, done that, I would strongly encourage and request, show up, answer the questions, be in the posts, and be seen in the community. And that, like I was talking to Kimberly Hobscheid, and the last time that she did it and actually went all in, she got 34 partners that laid the foundation for an entire quarter of her Entrepreneur's Rocket Fuel. So here's the thing, and and by the way, she needs to do a challenge like she needs to poke her eye out with a fork.
Right.
But she could have written the challenge and probably done a better job of it than me. But she showed up and did it and left with 34 partners and set up an entire quarter of her business. So I just want to say, erase the been there, done that, go get the results.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, in that this is the reason we have a group called we call 3B. It's the Business Basics Breakthrough. Anybody here who's been in 3B? I know Ted, Michelle. It's a fantastic program that will help businesses like yourself get established and make sure that you've got all of these fundamental pieces to your business that are really, really strong. They're like super clear on who your client is and why they're there and what your problem is that you solve, and then getting your landing pages. It's getting all these pieces together. And I was telling the people in the group, I'm like, do the challenge, because once you really refine, like, the answers, you should have all of this on one sheet. You should have your own little internal cheat sheet of notes of different ways that your bio is written, your introduction. You should know exactly what problem you solve. You should know your client, who your ideal client is. You should know who your upstream partners are, who your downstream partners are. And it should all be in a grab where you just go to your Google Doc or wherever you keep your stuff, and you've got it all in there in one place. So if you're already that clear and you've done it, then to do a challenge like this, it's not going to take you that much time, because you're not thinking of new content off the top of your head. You know what you do. You know what your business does. You know what problem you solve. You just go copy it, paste it, and then go and spend your time exploring and see who else is there. What are they doing? How can I find new partners? So that's the beauty of doing, whether it's this 5-day challenge, whether you're coming to JVology Live and doing the 12-day roadmap that leads up to that. It's not about recreating the wheel. It's about being so strong and secure in the work that you do and your messaging that you already have it, and you just grab it, throw it in, and then go and see what everybody else is doing. And if you're not that clear, if you're still doing it off the top of your head, then dig in a little deeper. Maybe join us for 3B. Maybe stop keeping it all in your head and get it, really strong on one page. What do you think about that? Does everybody have it? If you were just like, oh yeah, I've got everything in the tip of my fingers. I know my messaging. I know a problem. I know my partners. Anybody in that place? Yep. Tony. Yep. Michelle. And then it's okay if you're still expanding. Oh, I'd like to know more about my upstream partners or my downstream partners, or I'm refining my messaging. Maybe I'm trying to tweak it and create a new offer. So let me refine, is what I have and what I've been saying all along still the right thing? Or do I need to make some adjustments so that it's really clear and everybody knows, hey, I've gone from this to this. Who in here has shifted their offer or their message during your entrepreneurial journey? There we go. Exactly. So that's when you have to really step up and get clear and let people know, oh yeah, I'm not the person that does X anymore. Right now I'm focused on Y, and I want you to know that this is the thing that I'm doing. So definitely join the challenge. Actually, either Michelle or Victoria, if you don't mind dropping the link. So if anyone hasn't already signed up for the 5 Partners in 5-Day Joint Venture Challenge, you can go ahead and do that. It's free. So share with as many people as you think would be interested, whether they're already at a stage like this where they're doing it and you just want to help them find more partners, or maybe the joint venture idea is new and they're like, oh, this is a great place, really great place to start. All right, everybody get on the challenge? Who's going to join us? Get those hands up. Awesome. Like I said, the more tuned in you are, it does not take you a lot of time. It's not about being time consuming. It should be really quick and easy. And you'll always have the opportunity to meet new people and know what is going on and what's new. All right, Tony G, what's up with you? Share with us.
Well, and not only that though, but honestly, one of the reasons I'm doing it is because in that group we had that we met a couple months ago, Jay had suggested doing a challenge. And what better way to learn how to do a challenge? I think everyone should do a challenge than by joining a challenge. And so it's kind of a multiple, beyond just the benefit of getting out there and learning, how to JV, but learning the challenge part is a huge thing for me. So that's why I'm super excited about it.
So here's a little hint on that note, Tony. When you sign up for the challenge, just create a little extra folder in your email inbox that says the JV Jumpstart Challenge. All of the emails go into that particular folder. Then you can go back to those and R&D those emails for your own challenge. And by the way, when you're at the pages and you see the pages, take some screen grabs, make a couple of notes about them, understand what that is, because the truth of the matter is that I learned this process from Alina Vincent, and we did it really, really well, is the straight goods, and went fairly above and beyond a bunch of the process. But honest to God, the whole thing is there in Technicolor for you to R&D for your own challenge. Good call.
Yeah, no, thanks. No, I'm totally going to do that.
Yeah, great. And then when your challenge comes up, you jump back over here to the Global Lounge and let everybody know about it so that we can support you and learn what you have to share in your 5-day challenge.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So anybody else have an official JV invitation? Last call on those. Michelle.
So I'd like to tell people about, we have kind of two of them. One is the Entrepreneurial Growth Program, which is for businesses that are between startup and $1 million. So depending on where they are financially, they can do it. And it's all Infusionsoft done for you. So it's helping them to get their tech done and helping them to figure out what they need to do in the world of digital marketing. So we are extracting the information from them, not waiting for them to give it to us. So it provides a double whammy there, that they get a little bit of digital wherewithal and we do the tech done for you. Our other program is the Ignite Your Business, which is for businesses between 1 million and 10 million. And again, it's done for you tech, but obviously it's we do a lot more than what we would for somebody that's just starting up and trying to figure out what the difference between a landing page and their homepage is. We actually help the entrepreneurs at that scale to be able to bring people in that they need when they need them, when they're doing their events, things like that, all Infusionsoft based, so that they have the experts there and they're not doing shit manually. So yes, if you're interested in that, we'll get you all that info.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. All right, last call for JV invitations. All right, so what I'd like to do is open the, yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I was making a note because I'm literally in the process of scripting a webinar for the Crypto Cafe. And I don't have a date or any of those sorts of things just yet, but it is going to, we're going to run our testing here within the next 3 weeks, plus or minus. And if any of you are crypto curious, if any of you have an audience that is crypto curious, which by the way, at this stage of the game, from what we can tell, is 90% of the planet is crypto curious and 10% is crypto annoyed. And I understand both sides. But if you're interested in that process, we'll be selling the Crypto Cafe and a series of our trainings for $19.97 and a wicked bonus program. And if you'd be interested in sharing that, that will go for a 40% commission. And just so that you know, in all of the work that we have done in the past 10 years online, our crypto invitations, offerings, and content has been the easiest and the most interesting and the highest attended with the highest conversions that we've ever experienced on anything. So if you're looking for an easy, fast win that is aligned with what is happening in the world, please come let us know that you're interested in playing, and it's going to be spectacular. Our mutual friend, Matthew McGregor, has done a ton of work in the structuring of it, in the slides and all those pieces. I can't wait to get the thing up and running. That's it. Okay, now I'm done.
All right, yeah. So anyone who is crypto curious, as Jay says, we have an incredible group called the Crypto Cafe. We meet every Friday with a variety of speakers and experts, and there's so much to that world. It's a way to dive in, be a part of the conversation, learn at a pace that feels comfortable and relevant, and you're just going to, stay in it for the long haul. This is not something that you learn and you're done learning. It's an ongoing process, and that's what our Crypto Cafe is all about. So if that's at all interesting to you, just let one of us know and we'll get you more info on that for you and as a JV partner as well. All right, so anybody who hasn't spoken yet, what I would love for you to share is who you work with, so we know who your ideal client is. So again, we're starting to look for matches. And then maybe what you are working on, even if it's not ready yet, you don't feel like you're quite, let us know. Say, I've got this, but I don't know if I can actually JV it, or whatever's kind of going on in your head, share with us. We just have a small group here. So I want to give you that opportunity to be able to grow and help you. What about Mel?
Yes, thanks very much, folks. It's good to be here, and it's been about 6 months since I have popped my head in. So I'm going to try and give you just a minute and a half, a little bit about me. So for the last 10 years, I've been working with professionals and entrepreneurs, which is not uncommon for coaches, of course. I've made it a habit of asking them what was the catalyst for them deciding to become a lawyer, an accountant, or build a business. And rarely has that question been answered with a whole lot of clarity. And I have discovered on a number of occasions, some of them might be very successful from the outside, making lots of money, have a nice big house and a lovely family, but they're somewhere between unfulfilled and miserable. So You know, the world's definition of success, of money, stuff, and status just didn't quite satisfy. And I developed a process to discern what the problem is. And I've been doing it one-on-one with people around the globe for the last 8 years. Last summer, I decided that I needed to put this together in a digital program. And so it is now finished, and it is hosted on Thinkific. And I'm just going to, there's the link to it in the chat. And so it is what I've been doing with entrepreneurs and professionals is now available in a digital course. And so I would love to speak with people about JV opportunities, you know, happy to do a 50-50 split. I'd like to talk with you, Tony. I have been on a few podcasts and that, you know, have entrepreneurs as the audience, and it has done quite well. And if somebody's doing, you know, webinars or events, I would love to speak with you about potentially, you know, doing an income split on that. And it is, it works, I guarantee it. And it is always transformative for the audience, for the person.
Awesome.
So that's my story. Happy to be here again.
Thanks, Mel. Great to see you. All right, we'll do Kim, Susan, Michael, and within a minute, just let us know your ideal client, kind of where you are with the work that you're doing. If we can help you. Go ahead, Kim.
All right. We offer an online do-it-yourself program that's 12 modules. And then with the upsell to that would be the 3 months of weekly coaching that they can attend. We offer a monthly webinar, which is how we sell it. We don't work with coaches, consultants, experts, the solo entrepreneurs, business owners, anybody that would either be trying to prospect for themselves or have sales teams is what we're looking for.
All right, great. Thank you. Susan.
Sure. So I work with spiritually oriented and mission focused coaches, consultants, and innovators who are seeking to write a high impact book that makes a difference in their business and in the world. And we have a number of programs. As I mentioned earlier, we have a webinar May 24th that leads to our 6-week program. We also are running a telesummit actually just in a couple of weeks. And Ann Hessian is one of our speakers. I'm very grateful for her participation in that. I'm looking for more speakers for another telesummit later in the year. So if you are someone who has something to do with the book world in some nature way or another, we have a day for mindset, book writing mindset, heart set, a day for book publishing, a day for book writing, and a day for book marketing. So we bring 24 speakers all together over 4 days to address my community. Again, people highly focused on transforming the planet and their world in positive ways. If you are someone who can address those issues or know somebody who is a high integrity person who can do that as well, then I'd love that if you would get in touch. For me, that's kind of all what we're all about. We are really keen on making a difference in the world and making some money at the same time. So,
fantastic. Great,
okay.
Susan. Thanks so much. Michael.
Well, I haven't been here in a while. I think I stayed away because I felt like I didn't have a big list and stuff like that, and it didn't seem like it was that relevant, but I just wanted to get plugged back in again. So I'm an Infinite Banking Concepts authorized practitioner, and I work with families and entrepreneurs and teach them a way to grow and access and hand off their wealth in a remarkable way that most people don't know about, and tremendous tax advantages and the like. And I want to talk to Tony again, because I have started doing podcasts again. I had done some as a guest before the pandemic. I had done a few and kind of got away from it. So I'm looking to, with what I do, it's all about education. So I am looking for speaking opportunities if people need speakers, because I know a lot about alternative financing stuff aside from just infinite banking, and I want to share it. So I'm looking for places to disseminate and share that information, and part of that is being a guest on other podcasts. So Tony, I'll reach out to you directly. So that's what I'm up to.
All right, awesome. And also welcome to our Crypto Cafe.
Yeah. I have some clients and I'm learning about that as well. And actually I need to talk with Jay about that, the program that Annie bought. She bought this course. Well, I'll bring it tomorrow.
Okay, sounds
And maybe
good.
I should do it because she doesn't have the bandwidth for it right now.
Yeah, you got to jump in there and do it. That'll work too. Great. All right, Ted, share with us what you are up to so everybody knows the type of clientele that you work with.
Okay, so I'm Ted Baer, the Productivity Wizard. I live in Cuenca, Ecuador, which you see behind me. And I work with entrepreneurs with ADHD who struggle to get done the really critical things to have a successful business, to get cracking, learn how to figure out what's in the way and help them overcome that so they can really get going and get all that stuff done so they can be more successful and make more money. And what I'm working on, actually I'm working on something that Robin suggested. My Facebook group has just exploded. I don't know why, but I've gone from 600 to 1,400 people in the last month. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting 8,000, reach on my Facebook page.
What's the name of the group? What name is drawing these people in?
It's called Live Fully with ADHD. And I'm not doing anything different. But anyway, so what I'm doing is the process of recruiting people for an accountability group coaching program.
Awesome. Good for you. Ted's been a dedicated member of our 3B program, and I think the light bulbs went off when he and Robin, one of our coaches, she gave him a loving wake up, and it worked.
Do something,
right?
get all those people, do something with them.
Right. Exactly. Very good.
Jay's really laughing.
She's small but mighty. That Robin.
And can I send to Michael? Michael, are you familiar with the Speaker's Playhouse that Kimberly Carr runs on Thursday afternoons?
What is it now?
It's called the Speaker's Playhouse. It's every Thursday afternoon. If you're a speaker and you're looking for platforms, stages, that's the place you want to be on Thursday afternoon.
There's like a website, or is it on?
What is it? It's a
just Google it, Michael. Actually, she's super easy to find.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Elizabeth, are you with us? Would you like to share?
Hi, everyone. So I am looking here probably to support some JV partners. So I will be looking on the Facebook group for that. And I'm looking to get onto podcasts, and the people I serve are 45 to 65-year-olds who are struggling to care and support for their aging loved ones. And that's what I'm up to these days.
All right, Elizabeth does great work in that area. Roy, are you around?
Yes, I'm here. I'm mostly just a fly on the wall learning about the JV world. I haven't quite yet figured out how to get a program going that I've been doing sort of as a hobby level for 12, 20 years, taking people, it's a nature-oriented program, dealing with birds and being out in the birding world. I have run tours around the country and around the world for 20 years, taking people to see birds. But I also have specific training on learning bird sounds. And I give these trainings at local birding festivals. How I transform that into a program digitally is something I'm still in process of, and sitting on the wall viewing what people are doing here is helping me progress and see what I can do with that interest.
All right. All right. Well, we're glad that you're here. And any way we can support you, just let us know. All right. So as I mentioned, we've got the 5 Partners in 5 Day Challenge coming up. You register now, kicks off kind of Sunday, but it's officially a Monday through Friday thing. We'd love for all of you to be participating so that you are both engaging in how challenges run. You're getting refined on knowing how clear you are at all of these 5 questions that get asked. It's also given you an opportunity to connect and meet with new partners. So a lot of great reasons to make this a priority and jump in and join us. And then those of you who are, obviously you're all Global Lounge members, so you wouldn't be here. You get 1 ticket to JVology Live per year. And if you haven't used your complimentary ticket yet, please let me or Victoria know, and we'll make sure you get the link to get your complimentary ticket to JVology Live registered right away. And for everybody not, then you need to be at JVology Live and just go to jvologylive.com and grab your ticket, because we are only doing 2, count them, 2 JVology Lives this year, and that's it. We went from 5 last year down to 2. So don't think, oh, if I miss this one, there'll be another one in a couple of weeks. There won't. JVology Live is our 3-day full training on the teaching pillars. It is actually Jay's only live event that teaches how to do joint ventures. And so this is happening May 11th through 13th with a kickoff on the night of the 10th. Make sure your days are blocked. It is online, so you can just access it from wherever you are. But just make that choice to dive full in, making new partners, getting more clear on what you're doing, and elevating the level of where you are. The beautiful thing about this event is it grows along with you. Who remembers their very first JVology Live going, I don't know what's happening. There's all this information. And I'm like, so it takes coming back again and again. Monica, share with us just kind of, you're a wonderful repeat offender. So why do you keep coming back?
The first one, I jumped in. I learned about my first JVology on a Tuesday, and I jumped in like 2 days after. I had no idea what was going on. And everyone was talking. There was tons of information. And then there was this crazy chat. And everyone was like, hi, and they were talking, and there was so much information. So I felt like a deer in the headlights for 3 days. But it was amazing, and I loved it. I was terrified, and it was like being on a roller coaster, like you're having fun and you're terrified at the same time, but it's good.
Oh, awesome. And look how far you've come. I mean, you went from being completely overwhelmed, not knowing a thing, to just like, you're rocking it in this business. You're really, really tapped in. Great to have you. Awesome. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions about the event or any of those things? Then let me know. And Catherine, I'll just tell you instead of writing it down, I'll DM you on Facebook with your link. Okay. Michelle Nudlake.
Just letting you know, peeps, if you're struggling in any way, shape, or form to find your links, your swipe copy for JVology, for the challenge, for the checklist, for the crypto cafe, for any random thing that you heard Jay say and you went, I think I heard him say this, but I don't know if that's really what he meant or not. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook or email, and I'm happy to get you your links, your swipe copy, or anything you need, even if you don't know what it's for.
Right. Right. We got 5-day challenge. You can go direct to the JVology Live, whatever it is that you're looking for. If you want to partner with us, Michelle will make sure you get not only your unique affiliate link, but also the swipe copy to support it so that you can make it really easy to share with friends, colleagues, clients, your tribe, any of that. We make it really easy for you. All right. Any last words? Jay, what do you want to?
I'll tell you what I'm incredibly inspired about in the last little while. And we're going to do a bunch of work on it in JVology Live. And one of the key pieces that Krista was pointing out is that, yes, we're only doing 2 JVology Lives this year, but we also have 2 new programs, of course, that are also being added, which is JVology Real Deals in Real Time for people who are a little further ahead in the curve. But the this separation and distinction of programs and promise in terms of where people are at in the evolution of their business. Here's what I'm really excited about, is that it provides more space in JVology Live for some new foundational content and strategies. And for those of you, by the way, I know I see a bunch of people who are in the Crypto Cafe as well. Hello, good to see you again here. We're going to do a little bit of work around crypto and how we can utilize crypto and smart contracts to automate joint venture payments and to automate joint venture splits, which I am incredibly excited about. And that is leading edge content that frankly, no one else on planet Earth is doing at this stage of the game. So if that intrigues you to simplify that tracking process, for crying out loud, come check it out. And I'm really dedicated at this JVology Live, which is something we have never really done before, to teaching more about the broader picture of this and where and how and what you could, should, would be joint venturing with. You know, I won a little joint venture contest with Suzanne Evans a couple of days ago. And so I got a speaking gig with her coming up next week, I guess it is. And I was preparing and I was like, you know, for crying out loud, joint ventures work everywhere. For all intents and purposes, I joint ventured my kids. They're adopted. And it's open adoptions where we see everybody at the same time. Like there isn't an area it doesn't apply. And yet sometimes what I think happens with folks at the beginning is they're so tunnel vision about, I just need people to send an email to sell my book. It's like, well, maybe you need that. And honest to God, maybe you don't. Maybe that's a fool's errand. Maybe you haven't been thinking anywhere near largely enough about what a joint venture could do to transform your life, your world, and your business. So JVology Live is going to have a bunch of foundational content around this is what it is, and this is how you're going to apply it. And I'm really going to be pushing the community about, and what's next? What else could you joint venture with? Could you have, you know, I'm joking here, could you have a hobby gone wild? Like I started building these little Ethereum miners with my kids for an educational family event. That's turned into well, even currently, that's turned into a strong six-figure business that is a hobby gone wild that I think is probably going to be worth 7 figures in the next, you know, as Ethereum and those sorts of things move in the next 36 months. I think it's a 7-figure business on a couple of hobby gone wild. So anyway, I just really want people to think bigger about it, learn the basics, and then say, where else does this apply? Learn the basics. Where else does this apply? Because if you think the future of your life and business is if somebody emails the copy of your book, I'm going to tell you that's probably not the case. But could that be a foundational tool that builds a joint venture relationship and a joint venture process for the rest of your life? Hell yes. So anyway, I'm excited about the next JVology Live because we got some time and some space to do things differently. Yeah. Monica, my dear.
Can I add, Jay?
Please. You're a repeat offender. Of course you can. I'm going to use that line, by the way. That was awesome.
So do I have to start every JVology event with, I'm Monica, I'm a repeat offender? So here's the thing, like I have been doing my stuff, the inner game of money, for a decade in Sweden. And I decided right at the beginning of the pandemic, before the pandemic started, that I wanted to go international because I had a problem. I did not have anywhere I could turn my clients in when I couldn't help them anymore. Like when your client says, I want to be a shark, and they're ready to be a shark, I was like, sorry, I don't know what to do for you, right? So that was one of the reasons why I decided, okay, I want to go bigger because I need to find more people to help my people. The thing is with JVology and then Ready and Refining and then Crypto Cafe, my brain has been going now for almost 2 years. My brain has been going. So I'm learning more and more and more. I'm seeing things differently. I am the one who's expanding to another level because I allow myself to be challenged in that environment. And I think I can say I threw myself into this, just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm learning so much. And the Crypto Cafe is just expanding my thinking every Friday. And I love it. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's what it's all about. Round of applause. Woo! Keep growing. All right, everybody. On that expansive note, I wish everyone a fantastic rest of your Thursday and into a beautiful Easter weekend. I hope you've got some amazing plans and can take time off to celebrate whatever it is you feel like celebrating. And we look forward to seeing everyone in the 5 JV Partners in 5-Day Challenge in our Facebook group all next week, and then getting all geared up for JVology Live in May. So have a fantastic day. Don't forget to head over to the Global Lounge Facebook group and post your JV invitations and what you're up to there in the thread so that everybody can find you, because that's why we're here. Use that group, all right?
And I want to add just one last thing. I hope, this is what Jackson, my 11-year-old, said to me this morning. I hope, just like Jackson said, and that the Easter Bunny will hook you up.
Go Easter Bunny.
Bunny, hook
Goodbye.
up.
Take
Bye,
care,
everybody.
guys.